So it's 5:05 on the dot, so I'm going to get going. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Stacey Pearson-Wharton, aka Dr. Stacey, and I have always been fascinated with Black success and Black excellence. That how is it that we succeed against the odds? About 6 years ago, I went on the road nationally and started doing a talk about being Black in white spaces, or being a person of color in white spaces. And today I'm sharing that I am going to start a national movement to help people of color do more than just survive in white spaces, but to actually thrive. Now, you may have heard the euphemisms, you're the chip in the cookie, or you're the spot in the room, or the token, or even the dot. And what I am starting is this new project called Being the Dot. Being the Dot. Do, 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 do. Sound effects. I like it. And Being the Dot is more than a podcast, but it is a podcast that will tell stories that resonate, inspire, and motivate African Americans, people who are red, brown, yellow, and Black. I have started this as my pandemic passion project, and I'm ready to give birth, but not to a baby, to the person who asked that question, and not an actual baby, but a baby of a movement. So I've had the opportunity to interview some people that I can't wait to bring before you. I've interviewed the president of Dow Chemical. I've been able to interview the first African American graduate of the Wharton Business School at the University of Pennsylvania. I've also interviewed the former president of Dow Chemical, and I talked to some babies about their feelings after the George Floyd murder, and their comments are so poignant and scary and hopeful. The episodes will include topics like using your voice in white spaces, what to do about Becky with the good hair, the angry Black man, the strong Black woman, the whole nine. We'll be talking about it, and not just of certain age groups, but across the developmental lifespan. So like I talked about the babies, there's a college student episode, millennials, etc. And we are launching in not one, not 2, but 3 weeks. I'd originally set the launch date for August, but with the events of the world, my niece said to me, Auntie, you need to launch now. People need this now. And so the team and I are working very, very hard to bring that content to you. The podcast will be weekly up until Thanksgiving, and then we will take a little bit of a break and be back at you for Black History Month. Now, this is more than a podcast. Big deal. You're launching a podcast, Dr. Stacey. But this is more than a podcast. There will be opportunities to have live Facebook conversations with our guest daughters, and so people that I've interviewed. Also, I'm planning to launch a mentoring arm, as well as other ways to support people who are African Americans, as well as other people of color who are living, working, worshiping, learning in white spaces. But I need your support. So here's what I need from you. So we're launching in 3 weeks, so July 5th, live at 5 again. But I need you to go to all my social media platforms, and we're on all of the things. And so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't know about TikTok, but if not, it's coming. And just friend the page so you can get all of the updates about what's coming. I believe in my heart of hearts that I am onto something, because I've had the opportunity to sit through these interviews and hear people and their stories and their journey. One of my favorite questions that we have asked, that I've asked every single guest daughter, is this: if you could tell white people one thing that they could do to help make the world a better place, or less racist, more inclusive, what would you say? Oh, the answers have been so rich. And then, of course, they tell us the journey and the places where they have thrived, survived, failed, succeeded, and some really good stuff. And